What is Black Desert Mobile? It's an MMORPG full of intense, epic battles, but it's so much more than just the battle. It's a culmination of relaxing, fishing, socializing, fighting, exploring, and more. Set in an extraordinarily visualized fantasy world, all in the comfort of your mobile device. A true MMORPG at your fingertips. Black Desert Mobile.
Oh, hold on. Can you guys, can you guys see me okay? This is, jeez, yeah, you guys saw a chair for like, I guess a good 15 second. Part of the reason why, you probably saw like a chair just like sitting around doing nothing was probably, one of the many things that I have to do all by myself today. Whatchamacallit, Tim is sick. So he's not here today. Like he didn't come to work, and like I understand that because like, we have this thing going on with the virus, and like we don't want people, even though they don't have the virus, we want to make sure that any type of activities of coughing or any of that sort is like, it just gets people worried, like for a lot of good reasons, I guess. But yeah. Just to let you guys know, Tim has the most common cold, and it has nothing to do with any special type of virus that you guys don't need to worry about. Tim is completely fine in that aspect, but he just needs a little bit of rest. Tim is not dead. I'm reading the chat as I do this, but. Yeah, that's gonna be the reason why. Don't say Tim is dead. Tim is fine. He's fine, as in like he doesn't have any special type of virus that we should really worry about him. But he did confirm to me that he has the most common cold, the kind that has existed probably for many years before, not just anything special to this year. Just so that you guys know that. That's the situation we have at the moment. So that means that I will be alone doing the stream all by myself, and got the Twitch viewers and the YouTube viewers to make me feel less lonely today, because like before like I had very little amount of people to talk to begin with, but yes, now I have even less. So you guys will have to keep me company as I do this, and hopefully this 2 hours that I usually do of the stream goes well just by myself. But yes, I'm reading the chat, everyone, and I guess that you guys are worried for Tim, and I guess that's good. Just send him a get well note on chat, and I'm maybe he's watching, I don't know, but for now, I guess the best you guys can do is just hope that Tim gets well soon and he's back next week. Am I sick? No, I'm not sick. I'm completely fine. Thanks for asking. If I was sick and Tim was sick on the same day, you probably would have seen this. You probably, like, this is probably what you would have seen for 2 hours straight. And like, you would have seen the very OP chair, just like sitting right there, and like he would, like, this guy would be running the stream for 2 hours straight, and thank goodness. The chair doesn't have to do a lot of work today because I'm not sick today. Yes, so the chair is just doing its work today by I guess keeping me seated. All right, I guess we can go and start the stream. You guys, I've been reading the chat every now and then before the stream began, for those 30 minutes that we have of just nice music going on and just the background. And speaking of that background, I really hope to do like a whole revamp of every like graphical layout of this Velia Inn stream, including that you see on the little template, this little background and the beginning, just like having this, like, I'm thinking of doing like a kind of like a motion picture where it just like it's like a blurry blurred out like motion video that's going on in the background while the music is playing. I plan on keeping the music. I think most people are either content with the music already, or They at least think it's like an elevator music, which is pretty good because elevator music you can listen to over and over again. So I think I'm keeping the music and gonna change how this stream looks. I think pretty soon. I think I'll have time to do that once the Ravenous tournament is over. And speaking of that, I do need to make some announcements. Yeah. So the first announcement that, along with a lot of buff paladin sarcasms that you guys are putting out on chat, we do have the Ravenous tournament that's still going on. We just ran through the round of 16. The round of 16. No, wait, we went through the round of 32 last week, and we're running through the round of 16 this week. And yes, the Paladins were very, very strong this week, especially because you guys know after the last week's update, we did a notification on the patch notes saying that the Paladin that was already really, really strong. The devs thought that they should buff some of her skills that were already strong, but make it even stronger. So we got to a situation where if your team had a Paladin in the Ravenous tournament, they were very, very strong, and the Paladin was very, very strong. And Huntress, of course, we saw that Huntress wasn't really really messed with that much last week, but it was more about Paladin getting stronger, Huntress still being as strong as she is, and I guess the devs really tried to make sure that the Titan and also the Archmage and those aspects were a little bit, I guess, supplemented for the differences in the strengths they had between the classes. And I'll get to any type of class balance changes that happened, that will happen this maintenance during the patch notes. So you guys stay tuned to see if there were any significant changes that might do justice for the game. Hopefully you guys think that way. But yeah, speaking of that maintenance, today is a 5-hour maintenance. So even with watching the entirety of this stream, you're probably gonna still have to wait a little bit more for the maintenance to be over. I can't stream for 5 hours. That's a very difficult task to do, being by myself, and like literally I'm just sitting here, right? I got my chair with me, the OP chair, and also the this whole studio, like this mini studio that we have right now. I'm running the whole thing. I'm like the only person here. I'm actually operating the stream, like just setting up all the equipments, audio, visual, and lighting. I didn't turn on the lighting today. Oh goodness, I forgot to turn on the lighting. No wonder it looks a little bit different today. But yeah, like I'm doing all this by myself, so having to take care of it. I hope that it still goes well. You guys will have a fun time just being with me today. I do feel bad that Tim couldn't be here. Hope that he gets better. All right, so with the Ravenous tournament, I did announce that we did have the round of 32 last week. We're having the round of 16 and the quarterfinals. The round of 8 and the round of 16 will be happening on the same day. So this is for the people who are participating in the Ravenous tournament. If you happen to be on stream at the moment, I'm sending out another reminder letting you guys know that the round of 16 will happen this week as planned, and as written on the notices that we put out. The round of 8 will happen right after the round of 16 gets finished. So when the round of 16 is over and you win the games, please don't leave, because like we're gonna have to call you back on the quarterfinals as soon as the round of 16 is over, and we're gonna have to continue to do the matches. Then we'll decide our top 4 teams of the Ravenous tournament for each region after this weekend. Next week will be the final weekend where we're gonna live stream the tournament, the semifinals, the third place match, and the grand finals will all happen on that the same days for next week. So March 18th, 19th, and 20th will be Americas, Asia, Europe in that order, going with those last few days of matches, and it will be live streamed with myself and another caster commentating the event on those days. So it's gonna be very exciting, and hopefully a lot of you guys can join. Hopefully we can stream that on the same channel on Twitch and maybe on YouTube as well if we can see fit. And I think it should be fun overall. All right, so a couple of announcements that we do need to make in regards to some of the things that were going on the previous week. The first one is regarding the issue we had with the North Medea foraging quest. So one of the quests was telling you to forge something, and it's like a really easy quest to just like forge stuff, and like you're done with the quest. But it wasn't so easy because there was an issue related to that, and if you try to forge something in North Medea, it just didn't work out that well. So the solution we provided at the time was for you to go to another region to forage up elsewhere, and you'll still complete the quest. And it is a very whatchamacallit, a sideways way of doing the quest, but that was the only solution we had at the time, and we're gonna fix this up this week on today. So after today, that foraging issue should be no more. And we're also sending out some compensation rewards because a lot of you guys went through the difficulty of having to travel through a different region just to finish one foraging quest, and that was a lot of inconvenience. So with that, we're going to be sending out a compensation reward for that. I don't know if it's going to be much, but it's going to be what we thought was hopefully be able to supplement the kind of the discomfort that you guys had with that. Yes, and the next announcement, of course, is it was a much bigger issue last week. I know that you guys had a lot of frustrations with that last week, and that was the spoils of battle, issue. And you guys, I can see you in chat, so like you guys can talk with me as I do this. I don't want to be like just be talking to a wall. I mean, I'm talking to the camera, but it's like feeling like I'm talking to a wall. But you guys can like, you know, talk back with me instead of saying like buff this, nerf this. Like I can respond so like we can talk together about stuff like this. But yeah, the spoils of battle issue was a really it was a big headache for all of us, not just for the users, but also for the developers who initially thought that the coding was really untouched, so they didn't understand how it became an issue in the first place. But we checked all the exterior codes and found that there was nothing that was altered since last time. So like just out of random, like why this week? Why did this happen? And yeah, we were like, the devs at least, like they were really sure that there was no issue regarding that. But as you guys already know, like there was a big difference in terms of like how it felt in terms of having a bunch of chests like laying around on the field. Used to be just 1 week ago, then coming to this week after the update, seeing like maybe like a chest per minute, and like the pets aren't even doing anything, they're just like slacking around doing nothing. And you guys probably felt the frustration within that, and you guys felt pretty sure when you were telling us that there was an issue with spoils of battle on Discord and also on Facebook and all the other platforms. And yeah, we were listening to it. That's why we requested to the devs to check it again. And they, like I said, initially they were pretty sure that there was no issue regarding that. And I announced that on Discord, saying we checked this multiple times on the exterior side of things, on the codings, and we found that there was no alteration on the codes, and it should be fine. That it might be just a feeling of difference, even though of course that we all felt a little bit of difference. We had to rely on data to announce things to you guys. But for what we found at that time, I told you guys that there was no problem. And then came the whiplash. Of course, on Discord, you guys went even more fire, and like it was just like telling me like, Joel, do you not play the game? Do you really not see the difference? And I played the game, of course, and I felt the difference as well. But like I always tell you guys, like I have to go by what's coming from the data and what's written on the numbers. And for what we found, we didn't see anything. So for how frustrated you guys were about this situation, I requested again that, can we look a little bit deeper and just see what happened with this? Because the users seem pretty sure about what they claim regarding this issue. And of course, that's when the really a deep exploration did happen. And we later found, I guess perhaps a little bit too late, but we still found that there was a very, very minor issue that had a much bigger effect than we expected. And I did write that up as a notice on our homepage. And if you guys haven't read that yet, just go and read that, just the explanation of how that happen in the first place. But yes, it was a very critical error, and it caused a lot of frustration to users without our intention. So it wasn't our intention to begin with to suddenly nerf tremendously the spoils of battle that weren't laying around anymore after that week. But it was very unintentional, but it was an accidental thing that happened without us knowing. And I guess we found out, I guess sooner or later, just found it out, and then kind of found out the solution, how to handle with it. And they're going to apply the patch once again today. And then you guys will see that it has changed. And also, of course, just like the issue we had with the foraging quest in North Medea, we're going to provide some compensation rewards as well. You guys already saw some compensation right away as soon as we found it, and that was the hot time that, in addition to the field combat experience and also the item drop, we also had a third category of hot time, which was just reducing the cooldown of the discovery of the spoils of battle. And that is not a very common one that we use, but we thought that it was fitting for the situation we had at hand. And that's why we took the initiative to try to handle that right away and hopefully buy you guys the time that was lost that for that couple of days where you guys weren't really responded to. But yeah, we hope to continue to respond to that, and we'll also send out an additional compensation reward as mentioned in the notice, so that after the maintenance is over, you guys probably will see a compensation reward that indicates that this was for the spoils of battle issue, and you guys will see that as our way of saying that this is what we provide for all the lost time you guys had through the battle, because I know that some of you guys play so extensively for such a long time throughout the day. And yeah, we're going to try to be as communicative as we can regarding issues like this. And yeah, hopefully the frustration is over regarding this, because we did feel really sorry that we were saying we were so sure that we were right about there's no problem, but we ended up finding out that there was a problem, and hopefully we found it better late than never, right? So yeah, the issues will be fixed today, and everybody will receive a compensation reward regarding this. All right, so that announcement hopefully should take care of it. And I guess as a follow-up to that note is that, don't feel bad, and if you guys want to just I'm the tunnel that you guys should be taking, especially on Discord or any type of social platforms that I'm maybe right on, including this chat. Just let me know what you need to say, what you want to say. This is literally intended for that purpose, for the chat to really tell me right away. I'm seeing chat right now. You guys can tell me what you want. But also on Discord, you guys can tag me, you guys can do whatever, and just let me know what it is that you guys need, and what it is that you guys need our attention to be set on. So that screaming and telling me just yelling at me, getting mad at me, that's all okay. It's just as long as the message gets across, that's the best thing. So I think it was very good that you guys really raised your voices after my initial announcement, so that we could look a little bit deeper, and that's why we were able to find that little bits of error that probably we might not have found if we didn't take that as serious as it was. So thank you guys for being communicative with us, and we'll try to be communicative right back to you all. And that's kind of our stance on how we want to keep doing this. All right. Okay, so that's all the announcement for today. I guess we can do a little bit of Q&A before we go into the patch notes. It is really lonely here. I'm just sitting here by myself. I look to my left and look to my right, and there's nobody, and then there's this chair that's sitting here, but that's about it. But yeah, hopefully you guys can keep me company and make me feel less lonely for this specific stream. I hope that doesn't stay as this format for every week. And hopefully you guys can give me a lot of good questions to answer. And once again, just a reminder for the Q&A session that we always have every week. It can be game related, and I'll try to answer as many game related questions that I can. And as far as I can answer, you guys know that's the limitation that I do have. I'm in the middle of wanting to tell you guys everything that I know, but at the same time, you guys, we got to keep to the agenda and the schedule that the developers have in their minds as well. So I'm like in that middle, trying to bridge out the gap and trying to tell you guys as much as I can, but also at the same time trying to maintain about so that we can maintain a good schedule. So what do you mean lonely? Someone's beside you. What are you talking about? There's nobody beside me. I'm reading chat so you guys can ask me questions. Joel, you're very informative, but that's not a question. You're very informative with your words. Thanks. Nigrois, thank you for your compliment, but that wasn't a question. I need questions so that you guys can get the answers to some things that you guys have been, you guys were curious about. So SNKY1987 was asking the question on Twitch, saying hashtag buff hunters win, hashtag buff hunters win, hashtag buff hunters win, hashtag buff hunters win. Asked 4 times, and I guess the answer is like, I play a Huntress and I don't think it needs a buff. I think a lot of people want it to be nerfed, and I think that message is hopefully getting across to the devs and seeing what they can do about it in terms of balancing it out. But Huntress seems pretty strong already. I play the class, but I would not want a buff on my class just for the balancing act of things. Joel, can you please ask the developers to add a button to switch channels? There's not, like, I know there's like channel switching features in like different games and sorts, but like Black Desert Mobile, I feel like it's one of those games that, like, what do you gain by channel switching? Like, it's not like the monsters like die off so quickly that you need to respawn so fast that you need to switch channels to do that. I can't think of a situation where a channel switch is really needed. And we got the Bloodkin feature that you can summon your Bloodkin right next to you. So even for that purpose, you already got a solution to that. So I don't think we really need a manual channel change feature within the game. So yeah, if you guys can just write Joel something question mark, like that will make it easy. Can you make it easy for me to read? Oh. Definitus was asking, Joel, what was the last movie you saw in theaters? Oh, geez, look, hey, let me search that up. It was a Korean movie, actually. I watch a lot of Hollywood films, but the last movie I watched, because nowadays the movie theaters actually don't have a lot of people nowadays. You guys probably know the reason why, but the last time I watched a movie, hold on. So the movie title is called The Man Standing Next. The Man Standing Next. It's a Korean movie that came up about a few months ago. So I think you guys will be able to have it on Netflix or wherever you guys can access Korean movies from. But it was really good. It was about a history about one of the Korean president and how he was. Wait, I can't say anymore. That would spoil for any potential viewers of that. But yes, that's the most recent one I watched. Let's see. Okay, so some people are giving me explanations for why people need the channel switching things. Joel, we need a button for switching channels to get away from 3 people farming in the same spot. It's more of convenience than having to camp jump 15 times, 5 to 15 times before getting spots less populated. Yeah, but like, I think like, since we it's just tough because like in terms of like having the farm zone all to yourself, it will be very convenient, yes, but at the same time we want it to be a thing where we want players to feel exactly which parts are populating and how to gain priority over that, all that sorts. I think there needs to be really good reasons. So if you guys can write that down on Discord for game suggestions or anything of that sort for why you guys would want the channel change feature, and it has to be very organized and very concrete for us to really look through it and see what we can do about that. But I see where you guys are going with that, but just to be more precise in terms of exactly why you want that feature for. Let's see. Okay, so let's get some YouTube questions out of the way. Joel, are you guys going to do something about the Titan being the worst class in BDM by Patras Bryce? Uh, is Titan really the worst class? We're seeing a lot of Titans in whatchamacallit, in the Raminus tournament. Like that's where I kind of base off my a lot of the recent kind of tier list for the classes that we have at the moment, because of course the classes are always changing and we do have a tournament every week. And for the time being, Titan seems, of course it's not the strongest class that we have at the moment, but definitely doesn't seem to be the weakest one in my opinion, especially with the buff that came through last week. It should help a little bit, but of course we're going to constantly try to balance things out to make sure that everybody, at least almost everybody, can feel happy about the class that they have. That's kind of the stance that I have with that. Another YouTube question. Ren Yap says, hashtag Papa Joel. I am not a Papa, but please give out Combat Plus, Life Plus, or at least Black Spirit Plus during maintenance day. Really good devs will do that. And then having Combat Plus, Life Plus, and Black Spirit Plus, those are like choices. Like you don't need that to play in the game. But if we give it out like every week, then it becomes like a default part of the game. But it's like people who want those extra features, you guys can choose to buy it for 14 days, or you guys can. Sometimes we give it out through like events and stuff, so you guys can, I guess, camp for that and try to wait through that. But for the time being, I don't think making a feature where Combat Plus, Camp Plus, Life Plus, it changed to Life Plus. Change to Life Plus and also Black Spirit Plus. Having those three as like a default operation of the game, I think that doesn't make a lot of sense. All right, let's see. Any more questions? We're getting a lot of questions today. Like I guess I'm reading more questions because I have nobody to talk to beside me. Joe, when will we get some non-farming grinding content? You guys got one recently. It was like that little ancient it was like the ancient ruins maze thing. There's like 5 stages of it. I just suddenly forgot the name, but you guys had that. That's like not grinding and hunting, which we're constantly trying to give out as much non-grinding content to just like enjoy every now and then. That's hopefully we'll definitely think of more things to do, but we're definitely doing it. That's what we want to tell you guys. All right. Joe, can you stop touching your face? Coronavirus is a real issue. Don't touch. Hashtag don't touch face. I just touched my face again. But like, that's not how really coronavirus works. Like if the coronavirus was already on my face, like it, like even when if I don't touch it or not, it probably would have been infected already. But yeah, I do hope that this whole shenanigan with the COVID-19 passes really quickly. I'm really tired of just like, cause like I was talking to you guys about the movie theater thing. Like I can't go to movie theaters anymore. Like people are advising like people to not go into publicly populated areas. Like movie theaters, like a good example of it. They got like 100+ people just like sitting right next to each other, and if one of them happens to have the virus and like and just like suddenly like coughs and like, then that would be a disaster in itself. But yeah, hopefully this whole entire pandemic goes away very, very soon. I'm really just tired of not being able to do stuff on the weekends. Like I just have to stay home, do nothing. I can't go to church. Like I go to church on Sundays, but like the church closed down because like of the virus. Hopefully I can get back to the normal life soon. So please send your good wishes over to China and also to Korea, to all the countries that are affected, and hopefully we can go through this and be able to overcome this soon. Joel, is Tim sick or just away? He's not just away. He is sick and away, but he doesn't have the virus. He just has the common cold. So it's like kind of the situation I just mentioned. Like we don't, if Tim suddenly starts coughing like in real life, like on stream, then people will be like kind of freaking out, just wondering what's going on. But yeah, Tim is fine. Fine as in like he doesn't have that critical virus, but just mentioning again that he just has a common cold. He just needs some days to rest, and I think he'll be back next week, hopefully. Yeah. Let's see. Couple more questions. We'll go to the patch notes soon. Let's see. Joel, will there be more ways to get event certificates by Shadow JD? That's a good question because you guys have been hoarding onto the El Bellucci's exchange coupons, right? Like ever since it like came on live like 2 weeks ago, and I have like 20 at the moment. How many do you guys have? Like how many event certificates do you guys have? Because like there were like events where you can get it, and like, there's like daily login events that you can get some, and you also can get 25. How do you guys have 25? Do I have 25? Oh, I am I supposed to have 25 too? I thought I had 20. Like I didn't check my inventory recently, so maybe I have 25. Hopefully that's the case because I'll be slacking. I'll be running behind all of you guys. Everybody has 25 except me. Goodness. But yeah, you can also get it through the whatchamacallit, like their push notifications. Like push notifications, we just send out maybe like 2 event certificates every now and then. So if you say you have 35, you're just lying because I don't think we've even sent out 35 potential event certificates. But I guess like the maximum count that everybody has is 25 at the moment. That means I do need to check my inventory as soon as I get done with the maintenance and see if I do have 25 or not. Because if I don't have 25, that means I'm running behind. Yeah, and you guys need to collect those as much as you can. Like, I know that the obvious answer is that the most expensive gear out of the El Bellucci's exchange list is obviously the chest piece. But are you guys specifically going for any other types of armor and like what to do with it? Are you guys going to try to get 2 less expensive ones and try to combine with another 1 slot item and try to make it a 2 slot item? Like, what's the plan for you guys? Like, what do you guys want to do with that exchange? Like, is everybody just going for straight up just going for chest? I don't know if this is I don't know what you guys are doing with that. We'll answer just 2 more questions. Let's just go for 2 more questions and then we'll go right on to the patch notes. What is wrong with the node war times? Like, I think we announced last time that we're gonna try to make variable node war times so that the time that used to be when it first started and the time that we adjusted to, like, we're not keeping one or the other, but we're just keeping both. Like, I think that's what we came to a conclusion to. So hopefully that was enough to settle the node war time issue, that it was not too early for certain parts of the region and not too late for certain parts of the region. And hopefully that was our solution to that. And I guess if there's more complaint about it, we can listen to it and see what's going on with that. But yes, there's a lot of speculation as to kind of the intended leak that we had just a couple of days ago. Maybe it was just like 2 days ago or yesterday. I did say on Discord, just kind of discreetly, I said, check Facebook, and I did the eyes emoji, and just like check Facebook, and like you guys saw that there was this like black rose picture, and like it was like the description was like, none can overcome or whatever it was. That's what the title said, and you guys were like, oh my gosh, what is this? Like, what is happening? Is the world coming to an end? What does this mean? Like, and like I refused to answer further questions after I did the eyes emoji, and you guys were left to speculate. And hopefully more revelations should come about that as time is appropriate. But yes, that was an intended leak, and hopefully you guys found it interesting enough that you guys can have fun speculating what that is. And of course, when the time is appropriate, I'll let you guys know what is coming and when it is coming, and kind of the more important details regarding that. All right, one more question. I promise I will get to the patch notes. Can we get a good question? I can't like filter out good questions anymore because like I just have to read what I see, and like Tim's not here to help me like distinguish which one's good or not. Hopefully I pick a good question for the last one. Let's see. Reading through. This won't be the last question. I'll answer one more question because this was a very simple question. Programmer asked, "Are you gay?" No, I am not. I am not a homosexual. I'm not gay. I'm very straight. So, if you guys find that of curiosity for other people around you, just let other people know that I'm a straight male, just heterosexual. All right, one more question. One more question. Very straight, yes. That's with the asterisk. Let's see, one more question. I promise it's gonna be one more questions. Oh, like you guys are giving me good questions now. Like I can't just make this the last question because it's a good question and I have to answer it. But I did promise to have one good question. But I'll answer this one and I have one more question. I promise, guys. I'll do one more question after this. But Miko Gaming asked, "Hi Joel, when do they open again a registration for content creator partner?" So for now, Jeremy knows a lot more about this than I do. But as far as I know, this one's running for the month of March. So our currently selected content creator partners will be active for this month of March. And when it's going to happen for another point in time, I guess you guys have to wait for the announcement. All right, one more game-related question, or it can be just a random question about whatever. But yes, I hope to make this the last question. Let's see. All right, this is pretty good for a last question. All right, so it says Lisa Sanity asked, "Joel, will you bring back Field of Valor?" I kind of want Field of Valor back. I thought it was a pretty nice event, but like I guess a lot of people when I was reading through the feedback of that event, and a lot of people were wanting to be like a permanent content, just to be there at all times. Like I want to ask like a counter question to that. A lot of you guys played Field of Valor, right? When that event was open for that 1 week. Would you guys you guys realized like the Field of Valor at that point in time in the game, the rewards were incredibly great, so that if you had the token of valor to go into the Field of Valor, like it would be a loss not to go into that and to try to take care of that. The rewards were that good. You guys probably realize that. But my question to you guys is, if we were to have Field of Valor as a permanent content, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm just asking out of like theory. If it was to be a permanent content, but the rewards were it was no different than like just regular hunting out in the fields, but you guys maybe enjoy the Field of Valor for the concept of it being you can go in with your friends, go in with your guildmates, and you can actually have a pretty real party content that isn't really available in normal field content. But is it just for the rewards that you guys want Field of Valor, or is it just for the fact that that the party system itself was appealing to you guys that way? That's the reason why you guys want Field of Valor. That's kind of the question I want to get. Like, I really want to know like what's the distinguish between the two. Yeah, I think it was for the rewards, right? Like the rewards were really good. Like at the time when it was available for that 1 week, I guess a lot of people wanted the Field of Valor. Now I guess I'm much more sure that it was mostly for the rewards. And some people say both really, but I think we're getting more of the fact that it was a much larger reward pool and much greater quality of rewards. That's kind of the reason why they would like it back, especially for it to be permanent if it was that level of rewards. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you guys want it to be like a multiplayer content that is available at all times, that maybe feels like it's not much better than the normal content. I wonder how you guys would feel about that, because that's kind of the suggestions like I want to really make towards the devs to see like why people want certain things. Do they want Field of Valor just to get more better rewards? Is that the sole purpose and the sole reason for that, or is there this additional reason that people really enjoy the multiplayer aspect of that mode? That's kind of what I wanted to know. So if you guys have any opinions and suggestions regarding to that, just post it on Discord and we'll read it out and see what we can do about that. But yeah, we're still getting a lot of requests with that. So that was the last question. We'll move on to the patch notes now. Okay, I guess we can go right in. And regarding that Facebook leak, I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you that what that leak was all for. So we've been doing a D countdown from D30, and you guys probably were wondering at first what that D30 was randomly for. It was right before the Ascension happened, like a week before that, and you guys were like, we're still on like D7 or D6 for the Ascension. You guys giving us another D countdown, and I'm like, and I didn't have any idea at the time like what that D30 was for, but I found out the information now, and I was able to leak you guys a proper leak towards that, and that's what we came to read. But I will tell you guys now what that Black Rose was all about. Can you guys probably guess what that was for? What was your speculation towards that? I know there was a lot of pretty concrete, one-sided speculations regarding that, but what could it have been? A lot of you guys are saying what it probably is. The correct answer. All right, so we'll go into it now. Just to just for clarification, it doesn't have anything to do with Awakening, as we just got Ascension. Ascension didn't come that far ago, so yes, this is the patch notes. Let's go into it. Yep, this is going to be for the Dark Knight. So that will be our next class, and really, yep, that's kind of what the whole Black Rose, the Red Rose, and all the roses in between were for. And it is official. We will be releasing the Dark Knight as the next class. And this is going to be the newest class after the Sorceress, to be the one to be added as soon as not after this maintenance begins, because if you guys are looking at the event now, it's a pre-event. It's not an event for what is happening now, but it's a pre-event for what's to happen later, if that makes sense. And you guys can read kind of in the description where it says the Dark Knight is not here. It's not here now. But it's almost here. And we always use that soon TM just to keep you guys at bay for this duration of time that is indefinite. And we hope to have the Dark Knight soon enough, but it won't be after this maintenance, just so that you guys know about this. But yes, one of the in-game events that you guys will have as soon as this maintenance is over is preparing for the Dark Knight's arrival. And I have to be very careful as I say a lot of things, because I don't want to be able to send out information that you guys don't need to know. But yes, how that connects in with the current D count that we have, it's up to you guys. I can't say anything about it, but you guys can think whatever you want to think. And I know that a lot of people thought this whole D count and also the whole Black Rose and all that was for just for the Awakening, but I can't say it was for the Awakening, but it's anyway. Just I don't want to say any more than I should. So yeah, this whole Dark Knight pre-event, how this is going to work. It's pretty easy. It's just a event banner as it always is. You guys have that little gift box icon that you just click on and see a list of the events that are going on. This will be one of the events that opens up after today's maintenance, and this will be what you can do. First, on this Dark Knight pre-event, you can click this button. I highlighted this in yellow. You can see the difference. So from this to this, you can click on that little red button that says pre-register now, and it will just automatically give you an orange chest. And of course you see like a yellow chest right above it, so you would probably understand that this orange chest is a lot more, but it's much easier to get because all you have to do is just press a button. And what's inside this orange chest, I will show you guys now. It is going to be called the Red Rose chest, and it will allow you to obtain the following items upon use. And it's not one of the following items. This is all of the following items upon the use. And the red chest, you can open this. You can open this on March 17th. So today, I'm checking the date now. All around the world, it is currently March 10th. So that's 1 week later, probably after the next maintenance. After the next maintenance is over, you guys will be able to open this red rose chest and get yourself a Valks helmet, a Valks gloves, 5 event certificates, and also a gold rose chest. What is this? A gold rose chest. That was very bad acting, but a gold rose chest is going to be something that is unrevealed in terms of the content inside of it. I'm revealing the red rose chest right now, but the gold rose chest hasn't been revealed as to what's inside it, but you will get that within this after you open this next week. And once you open it, the gold rose chest that's inside that can be opened the week after that. So like 2 weeks from now, you'll be able to open the gold rose chest. So all this date calculation that you guys are having, you guys kind of can get an idea for when all this is going to happen. But yeah, that's something for you guys to get excited about, and I'm very excited for it because I'm a hunter's main, but I think I'm going to transfer over to a dark knight for how PogChamp it is. I got to take a sneak peek at the skills that are coming up, and also to just play it a little bit myself, and it was really cool. So I do have a sorceress sub character that I did for the level 50 event, but like this one, the Dark Knight, I'm actually going to try to make it as my main, just to let you guys know in advance. The GM Joel is going to be play the Dark Knight, I just kind of proclaim that out. But yes, the red rose chest you can get just by pressing that button. Of course, you can't open it until next week, but just good to have. But please do not click the trash can button on this red rose chest before next week, because if you do, then all these goodies that you see in the content, it's just gonna go away and we can't recover it back to you. So please be careful not to press the trash can button on this item. But yes, that's one of the freebies that we will be giving out with no efforts at all. I guess the only effort is that you have to press it on your screen. But yes, the next part of that event is that you can actually click. You can actually press this purple button, not the red button that you already pressed, but this purple button that says "Find the Velia." That's what it says, and I'll show you what it looks like once you press it. And we're gonna be in Velia, of course, the Velia, and you guys will find the NPC names. His name, the Faceless Velia. Faceless Velia is his name, and he will be available in every town all across the world of Black Desert Mobile. And yeah, you just talk to him, just do this sub quest that's open, and you'll be able to do this, and you'll be able to just hear his story and how this quest runs about. You guys have to find out yourself. Probably won't be anything too difficult, but you just have to accept it, do the quest, and you will be able to get the Black Rose chest. And the Black Rose chest you can open right away. You don't have to wait 7 days. You don't have to worry about accidentally pressing the trash can button on your inventory to see if it goes away or not. It will go away. Don't even test it, guys. Don't even press the trash can button to see if it goes away. It will go away. Anyway, so the Black Rose chest will be given out by completing this quest, and you will get 10 boss stamps, 15 ancient tablets, 10 purple black stones, 15 purple armor stones, and also get 3 golden loot chests. So golden loot chest is that little bit you can get the statue and like this ball and stuff like that. You guys know what it is that you can sell to another NPC, like the alien, just to get a couple of extra silver. But yeah, that's kind of the extent of what we're going to be doing in preparation for Dark Knight's arrival for this week. Can't tell you what's going to happen next week until next week happens. But for the time being, that's what you guys need to know that you will be getting as soon as the maintenance is over. So lots of excitement that will be happening through this week, just for the speculation as to how awesome Dark Knight will be. And I will tell you now, based on what I saw, it looks pretty awesome, and maybe it's really worth a shot once it does finally come out. But yeah, that's the end of the announcement for the Dark Knight's arrival. It is official. You guys can say it as it is, and it's pretty much has been officialized now. It's coming. All right, the next in-game event that we're gonna run over to. We're doing the in-game events first today. So I did the PowerPoint in this order because I wanted to really prioritize the arrival of the Dark Knight first, then go over to a lot of the in-game content that will be updated after this maintenance. But we'll run through one more in-game event before we go through that, and the next one is going to be dealing with the Raminus tournament, and this is with the Black Desert Mobile World Championship Raminus that has been going on since, I guess, like the almost early February. It's been going on for quite a while now, and this is a prediction event where we look at the final four teams of each region. So just to clarify that, for you guys who don't know, and for your friends of this game who may not know, in terms of whatchamacallit, understanding how this tournament works, if listen to what I have to say and please tell them, and so that they're made aware as well, and they become informative of that as well. But we're running this World Championship in a format where we're running 3 separate tournaments per region. So we were running a whole independence tournament just for the America server, another tournament just for Europe, another tournament just for Asia, and we're gonna have 3 finals and have 3 set of champions. So 3 teams of 3 players that are gonna have the championship title for them. So with that, we're going to be running the event of prediction event. Just pretty straightforward to say that who do you think is going to win the Raminus tournament? And if you guys weren't keeping up with the Raminus tournament, that's fine too, because all you have to do is pretty much enter a coupon code and you'll be entered in no matter if you win or not. And I'm about to explain kind of the rewards that are involved in just inputting the coupon code, and you'll get some extra bonuses if you get the guesses correct. But I guess we're already getting some pretty obvious answer on the Asian side of things. If you see BBDR, probably vote for him, right? Like is he at 6K CP right now? Like I saw him like last week. He was like 5,800 or something like that. I mean, that dude's crazy. That guy has a lot of strength in game. But yeah, I guess maybe like a pro's advice for the community side of things is that you guys need to just vote for whoever. The team that BBDR is in on Asia, that would probably guarantee. But we don't know. Oh, he's on 5.9, 5.9. Okay. Thank you for the clarification, guys. I can't look at BBDR CP every day. That's just not what I do. But yeah, 5,900. That's crazy. That guy is very strong. But yes, he's in the tournament. He's on the Asia side of that table, and he'll probably be one of the 4 teams to come in as the. So you guys see the coupon codes, right? So how this works is that you can only enter one of the 4 codes per region as to which team you think will win the championship and become our first champion of this tournament. And so you can enter one of the 4 codes for America, and you can enter another one of the 4 codes for Europe, and 1 code for Asia. So a maximum of 3 total codes entered. Doesn't mean you can enter 3 American codes and call it a day. You have to enter at the maximum 1 coupon code per region. So you can't do AM1, AM2. You can only do AM1 or AM2, AM3, or AM4, just one of the 4. So you can do that for 3 regions, and you'll receive the participation reward just by entering. And yeah, that's kind of how this works. So I'll show you how the reward system will be held. So just by entering the coupon code, you don't have to necessarily guess it correctly. You don't have to predict that BBDR will win the tournament for the Asia side of things. Just by entering the coupon code. So just to put it clear, you can do this 3 times, right? You can get this reward 3 times just by entering 1 for each. You will get this Raminus champion chest, and my gosh, that's a big reward just for entering a freebie code. Like, you don't have to guess it correctly, but you get 1 tier 1 pet chest, and you also get 500 ancient gold coins. So this is a no-brainer in terms of just getting 3. Like I repeat, you get 3, maximum 3 tier 1 pets just by entering the code, and you don't even have to get it correct. And if you guys want to convert that into actual value in the pro shop, that's 400 black pearls for one pet, and that's 1,200 black pearls worth of pets for free. You just have to put it in the codes. So how you get into the codes, for those who don't know, just go to settings in game. Just go to settings, and you'll see right away one of the buttons says redeem coupons, and you'll be able to type the coupon code there and just click enter, and that's it. So you do that 3 times for whatever team that you think is going to win, and then that's going to be your entry ticket to get this Ravenous champion chest up to 3 times. So that's how that works. So hoping that there's no confusion regarding that. And for those who who gets the prediction correct, so if you happen to vote for BBDR just out of your pure love for that guy, and he and his team happens to win the tournament for Asia, you will get an additional 200 black pearls for each prediction you get correct. So the maximum you can get in terms of bonus is 600 black pearls just for getting it correct. Of course, it's really tough to predict which team is going to win overall, but for all that's considered, that's also your chance to get even additional reward just by participating in this event. And you guys are probably wondering, why do you make the rewards so OP for this specific event? I think because Pearl Abyss really wants to excite a lot of people with the Ravenous tournament that's going on. It's our first rendition to do this kind of thing, and it's been pretty fun for our part, just like looking at it. We haven't disclosed any videos to the public, but for what we have, it's been a really, really fun tournament. And for the participants, people are saying that it's been a really fun tournament overall. Of course, being a CP based, we know that it's not intended to be a fair esports based combat, like everybody just goes for like who has a better finger dexterity. Like that's not the point of the tournament. It's just for people to have fun, for who enjoys the Ravenous, and just kind of promote them to get some more rewards if they do well in the tournament. But yes, people like BBDR obviously will have a much easier time than other people because his CP is so high. But anyway, just for the overall fun of this tournament, I think they're really excited to give out a lot of good rewards for it. So in terms of who these 4 teams will be, it will be decided after this week. So you guys will see the event banner now, and you can go into the event notice, and you guys will see a list of teams that you can vote for. But after today, until pretty much the majority of this week, you won't see a concrete names of the teams that will be listed, because we simply haven't run through the round of 16 and the quarterfinals yet. It will be happening this week. So once the round of 16 and the quarterfinals are done with for each region, and that's going to be happening this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Once we're done with that, we'll have our final four teams for each region, and then you can see where the roster is, and you can see which, I guess if BBDR does happen to make it to the semifinals, you'll see where his team is, along with the rest of the teams out there, to see who you want to exactly vote for. So you guys have to wait a little bit. As long as you do it by next week, it's gonna be no problem. As long as you do it by next week, that's the whole intention of it. So you can wait a little bit. So don't feel like you have to rush into this event. Just go in right away as soon as the maintenance is done, and just like boom, 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 just vote anyone that you want. If you genuinely do want to vote for a team that you support. But on the other hand, if you are not interested in this tournament at all, you can just, I guess, like just click and just like enter any coupon code that sees you fit. If you like the specific number, for example, like if you like number 3 for some reason, you can just vote for 3 for everything. But that's for people who are not too interested in the whole tournament. But if you do want to keep your eyes on the tournament and see how everything goes out, be sure to wait for Wednesday for the America final 4 teams to be revealed, and we'll reveal that through our notice. And Thursday, it's going to be the final 4 for Asia. And Friday, it's going to be the final 4 for Europe. So be sure to wait on that time to see the whole list of teams that you can vote for. Okay, so I hope that was enough explanation for that event. It can be a very difficult one to process because we haven't done anything like this before, but should be a very exciting one because I know there's a lot of fandom going around for specific players in the region. I know that part so well. Okay, so that's all the in-game events that we have, and we're going to go into some in-game content that actually did see some change during this maintenance, and you're gonna see these changes be affected as soon as the maintenance ends, and you'll see how the change affects your gameplay. And the first one we're gonna go into. Can I just drink some water quick? I've been talking a lot. That was some good water. All right, so one of the things that's going to be happening after this maintenance. Thirsty, yes. I was thirsty. Like I was talking a lot, and you guys probably heard the ASMR of just me dumping that water down my throat. If you guys are thirsty, feel free to just drink water with me. I'll just be drinking water randomly, and you guys can drink with me. That'd be pretty fun. Of course, this is Velia Inn, so it's all about drinking. Of course, just water. But yeah, anyway, the first thing that I want to announce in terms of the in-game content that's going to be changing after today is going to be that the world boss sees some change, and we're going to be calling this the World Boss Season 2. To put it simply, with all the technical complications out of the way, just one easy explanation for how this works is that we all got stronger, right? We all got stronger by getting ascended. The world bosses they were complaining to PA. They were complaining to Pearl a bit, saying, we kind of feel that we're getting killed a lot faster nowadays since 2 weeks ago. And this coming straight up from Karanda's jaws. He was saying that. So Karanda was saying that I'm getting killed a lot faster, and Zarka and Nuvera feels the same way with me. And then, can you guys make us a little bit stronger? I know it's really easy to do, just change the coding a little bit, just make us a little bit stronger. And then, I know we're gonna die eventually, but I want to die a little bit slower. That's kind of the complaint that came our way from the world bosses. And Perlibus was like, yeah, that's a pretty good point. All the users got ascended, and you guys stayed the same. So that means that you guys probably will die a lot quicker, and that probably doesn't make you feel very good. And they took that, and they're applying the patch now this week. So the world bosses, in conclusion, just got a little bit stronger, just to keep fit for everything that's going on, and just to make sure that everybody feels okay with how the difficulty of the world bosses are. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the world bosses got a little bit stronger, just stronger enough that you guys feel the difference. Yeah, just so that you guys feel the difference on that. But with that, of course, with the world bosses getting stronger, it only makes sense that the rewards should get a little bit stronger. So the world bosses didn't get tremendously stronger. So that should mean that the rewards should not get extremely stronger, if you know what I mean. So all in all, the world bosses got a slight buff, and the rewards got a slight buff. Just that's kind of the easiest way to put it. And maybe that's more of a reason for you guys to participate in world bosses, even if you saw that notification long time ago, you just completely ignored it because you know the loot was gonna be trash in the end. Maybe there's a little bit of a more reason that you guys should be participating in world bosses. So if you see Karanda ring the bell on your notification bell and just telling you to go hunt her down, please just have join, accompany her, just have her, company, and just maybe just join in, and just maybe that will make her feel happier, because she's been sending a lot of complaints nowadays. But yeah, that's the World Boss Season 2. World Boss Season 2, and Joel confirms World Boss trash loot waste of time. That's not what I said. That's what I said. A lot of people were saying. A lot of people were saying that the World Boss was pretty trash loot, and now it's not as much. I think it's going to be a lot better now with everything getting a little bit stronger. I did not say the World Boss was trash loot. I did not say that. I said I read a lot of people saying that. I heard a lot of people saying that, but I didn't admit to that, just so you guys know. But anyway, so the rewards got a little bit better, so that may be a reason enough that you guys can go in and have fun with the world bosses once they come on. All right, so that's that. And another in-game content that you guys have taken a lot of interest in, especially since the Ascension has gone up, is the kind of the buff and the nerf mechanism of balancing out the different classes and trying to see if the strong classes get a little bit weaker and if the weak classes get a little bit stronger. And like all in all, it just like balances out right here, and just like everyone meets in the middle and everyone's a happy family. Last week in the maintenance, I didn't mention in Velia Inn which classes got the buff. You guys later found out after the stream ended and after the maintenance ended. You guys saw through the patch notes that the Paladin got a buff, surprisingly, and the Archmage and the Titan also got their own individual buffs as well. And you guys were like, what is going on? Why is the Paladin buffed? She was already like super strong. Like, why do you make her stronger and like just become like OP? Like, she can take on like people like 500 CP above them. Like, it's insane. Yes, I heard you guys as well, and that's kind of the thing that I've noticed with a lot of our adventurers kind of taking a deep interest, a big interest in the balancing acts of the class. That seems to be a very hot topic for all of you guys. And I guess for the better or for the worse, there was one balancing act that was made in this maintenance. So no further balancing act has been made other than the one that I'm about to announce now. This is the only one that will be changed. And I think I might get a lot of complaints, but I think if you guys want to complain about something, just like you do need to complain, just like let the devs know that this is what we need, and this is what you're about to show now, Joel. This is not what we needed. Yeah, you guys need to say all that just so that everyone can hear exactly what it needs to be done. But yeah, this is the balancing act that has been made for this week. Here it is. So the Black Spirit's Rage 1, that is basically the ulti skill for all the classes. It's been buffed. Yeah. And this doesn't exclude Paladin and the Huntress. That's all the classes. All the classes now saw a little bit of a buff in the Black Spirit Rage 1. And that is the ultimate skill where it just throws a lot of particles out in the air. Just like a lot of explosions going on. And like, yep, that skill that you guys all know, that's on the side tab of your screen. Just press that and now it becomes a little bit stronger. That's it. That's the only balancing act that the devs put out this week. Yeah, I know that you guys wanted, a lot of you guys wanted something else other than this, but this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting this week. That's for you guys to now tell us exactly what you guys want in terms of balancing acts for these classes. Just keep them coming. Just keep them coming in chat and keep them on the disc. No, I'm not trolling it. This is literally what it is. This is the only balancing that's going to be happening this week. Unfortunately, I guess a lot of people wanted something else, but none of those things, I guess, did happen this week. So maybe for all the weeks that are to follow, just keep your voices out and just like let everybody know that this is what you need in terms of what you want out of these balancings of these classes. All right, so I guess no, I did not confirm troll. That's not. You guys are not understanding me today. I think part of the reason is that Tim's not here. He's just sick. Please don't be sick, guys. So please stay safe. I want everyone to stay healthy throughout this whole event. But anyway, the next part of the update that I'm about to show, we did update the bonus effect. So this is the gear bonus effect that only went up to the 7th effect. And it gave the max crit hit damage 15%, and it gave the crit hit damage 15%. And this was for the base CP 3600 up. We have a brand new one. It is the 8th bonus gear effect. And this applies to adventurers who have base 4000 CP and up. 4000 CP and up. And the effect of it is that all branches, so all the branches that you guys are aware of, the percentage doesn't go up. The max damage goes up. So all branches max damage becomes 10% higher. that's it. Yeah, that's a new thing that came about. So big thumbs up to, I guess, people that feel like this is going to apply them for the better. I guess a big thumbs down for people who are not even close to that yet. I don't know if I don't think I'm at base CP 3600. I don't think I am. So I'm very far away from this 4000. I'm probably on the same boat with a lot of you guys, but for the people that they know that they are at base CP 4000 and up, this is for you. This is gonna be some extra bonus for you guys. All right, so that's gonna be it for the 8th bonus gear effect, and the next part of the update that I'm about to introduce is I wonder, like, I want to ask you a question before I reveal this. You know, when you go to the Shikatu's gear shop, you go, not Shikatu's gear shop, you go to Shikatu's house, you go to Shikatu's place, his crib. Like, you go there, and used to be just one option where you go to his gold coin shop where you just like exchange some gear for the gold coins. But there was this like second button that was added like not too long ago, and it was the where you can exchange relics, right? Did a lot of you guys work on trying to exchange the relics? Did you guys exchange a lot of relics? I want to see if you guys did a lot of the relic exchanges and used a lot of the exchange certificates that Shikatu was saying. A lot of you guys are saying no, but some people are saying yes. I guess if you guys had like this really good yellow relic that you want to exchange for something better, I guess that was worth it in the end. But for those who are saying no, this might be a decent update. For those who are saying yes, you might get a little bit angry with me, but like I said, I'm not the dev. I'm not the one to like, boom, this is what you get. Like, you guys did all this exchange, and now I'm giving this to you. Like, I'm not that person. No matter how you guys think that I am, I'm just the person that's like the messenger. Like, I just like say what's been said. Anyway, so the new thing that's going to be happening is, in addition to the relic exchange that's been happening for many weeks now, we're going to now have the accessory exchange. Literally the same concept. You just put in a accessory that you want to exchange, give some Shikatu exchange certificate, and yeah, it becomes a different accessory, but that is of the same type and of the same grade. Yeah, that's it. So if you guys wanted to switch out your accessory to a different one, but you guys didn't want to invest in another brand new set of accessory, this is your way to go. Like, if you guys pull something really nice out of the Pro Shop, the accessories tab, where you get it for a pretty good discount, you can grab that. But if you don't like the specific accessory that you have with you, then you can choose to exchange it. And Shikatu will give you a random. It's not designated, unless you want to go to the designated section, but that's gonna cost a lot of certificates. But you can exchange it to a random one just by using Shikatu exchange certificates and get a different one of the same grade. That's how it works. So how that works in terms of how much certificate, you guys can see. Oh man, I didn't intend to do this when I made this PowerPoint, but can you guys make out the number, exactly what that number is on that yellow section? How much does it cost to exchange the purple grade? Does it say 50? Does it say 50? Like, okay, you guys can read much better than I can. I have like the computer right in front of me, but you can read so much better. But yeah, I guess purple being exchanged onto 50, the yellow is gonna be much higher than that, and the orange, goodness, that's gonna be much higher than that. If you want to dare exchange for a different orange accessory, it's your choice. You can do that. But yeah, that's how the accessory exchange is going to work. Pretty straightforward. If you've done the relic one, it's literally the same thing, just for accessories. So if you want to try for a different accessory of the same grade, now you have the choice to do so. Alright, so the next update is also accessory related. I don't know why Prolobis is suddenly like shifting their gear into like focusing so much on accessory, but I think this is going to affect a lot more people than this exchange thing, because exchange is kind of a it's like an optional thing. Like, you don't have to do it, but if you want to do it, like, you can do it, and like people, buy the exchange certificates just to try to do it. But anyway, this next one I think is going to affect almost everybody, and do need to pay attention. So what's going to happen with accessories is that you can do this now. Accessory enchantment. So we've had gear enchantment, where you can grind up purple gear, yellow gear, orange gear, if you ever dare to do so. You can grind them to get magical residues, and you can enchant your gear, right? But this, it's pretty much the same concept. You can now grind up accessories and get this. You can get the magical residues for the accessories. And this is going to be called the magical essence. So it's not the same thing as a magical residue. So you can't use magical residue for enchanting an accessory. You have to get a separate currency that is called a magical essence. So you have to get that first. Then you can go into this page where you can start applying some enchantments for all of your accessories. So this will apply to your 5 pieces of accessory, and it doesn't apply to your relics and all that, but just so you guys know that this is what it applies for. So your ring, your necklace, your belt, your earrings, and your the last bit, you can do the enchantments for that, and you do need a separate currency to do this. So this will give you more options as to the additional stats that you want to get through this. So this will be a big point of interest as to how the accessory shop is going to work now. I think since the recent change that we had with GG Market later, probably that's gonna happen. All that purple accessory and all that yellow accessory is probably gonna go down the water. But anyway, so this is probably a good time to probably feel like that, like, since the recent changes to the kind of the value system we had with the orange accessories, if you had any of them, it just became so much higher that the purple accessories were not really taking a lot of interest to, even if you get it from the add-on shop. But now, if you get a purple accessory that pops up in the add-on shop, maybe now it is worth getting for that discount and grinding it up to try to get what you need to do. And that applies for purple and also yellow, and also if you want to somehow grind for the grindy oranges, that's completely your choice, but no one is forcing you to do that. But yeah, this is how it works. So just the same as the gear enchantment, you just get some magical essence, and you can enchant gear with some silver, and you'll get something like this. This is how it works. So pretty straightforward. It's something that we've already had for a different category of stuff, but now it is going to be applying for accessories as well. Another water break, guys. If you guys can feel free to drink water with me as I drink my water. You guys are listening. ASMR. Sorry, that was very unintentional ASMR. But yeah, you see the attack speed 0.9% plus. That's one of the many stats that will be available. It's not the only stat that you can get from the accessory enchantment, just so that you guys are clear on that. And that should be pretty straightforward. That should be a given for all you guys who've done a lot of gear enchantment. You guys should know that the variability of the stats you can get from the enchantments are very widespread. So whether this 0.9% attack speed increase is a good one or a bad one, you guys can find out yourself. So that's how that works, and that is the last part of the patch notes. And that will allow me to get back on the big screen. There we go. Pay to win. Well, I mean, I can't say that it's completely pay to win, but it gives off additional stats if you choose to buy a magical essence. It is completely your choice, and I for one, let me explain it. pay to win is a different concept to then pay to play, right? I have all of my gears enchanted. Not my accessories, of course, because it hasn't come out yet. But all of my gears are enchanted, and I spent no money doing it. I literally just craft some, whatchamacallit, I just craft some like yellow gear that in my camp and just grind that up and get a bunch of magical residue, and just like use that for enchanting my gear, and I have all of my gears enchanted. So that's probably telling you guys a lot about what this is being. Like, if you guys take your time, you guys can get all this done without paying. But if you do want to rush towards getting the best possible stats that you can possibly get, yeah, you can pay for it. That's completely, as with everything else, it's completely your independent choice as to how you guys want to understand this concept. All right, so that's all the graphical patch notes that I have, but I do need to mention one new feature that will be coming after the maintenance that might cater a lot of interest for you guys. When you guys play on mobile, right? Like when you guys play on mobile, usually when you download Black Desert Mobile and when you download all the patch files like associated with that, you install it on the internal hard drive within your phone. So not the movable storage ones, but the internal device storage. That's where you install your Black Desert Mobile and all the associated patches with it. But now we're going to be making a feature where it's like almost like going back to the old Game Boy days. You can now install and all the patches associated with Black Desert Mobile. You can install this game full-fledged on an SD card. Yeah, so if you have a micro SD already installed on your phone, if you have some type of external storage device connected to your phone in any way, you can now install Black Desert Mobile on there and just carry that little chip around and just like put it on another phone. You can play on that. It's literally kind of like a Game Boy concept. It will not be optimized. That I think will be not much of a big deal because I think people will not find a lot of differences. It's from what I've heard, and hopefully this will make a new outlet for you guys to play Black Desert Mobile. Just not like if you have. So I know a lot of people have like 2 mobile devices, like when they carry around their stuff, and all of them have like this SD card drive, and all you have to do is just like remove your SD card drive from your old one, just like put it to your new one, and just play Black Desert Mobile straight on from that, and you don't have to worry about moving device and installing on your storage device. So yeah, that's how it's going to be working out for the external storage option. And yep, that's pretty much it for the patch notes. So you guys can pretty much predict with that last big boom update that I showed you guys with the accessory enchantment. I told you it was going to be affecting a lot more people. We see a lot more people in the comments giving their opinions about the revealing of this new content. The market, I would assume you're not gonna see a lot of purple accessories for quite a while now. That means the value of the purple accessories and the above grades might just go up from here, and the market activity should tell us how that's going to work out. So maybe just a tip now on how to use black pearls that you get from within the game. You can just use it to buy a lot of accessories, resell them, and you just make more money off of it that way. Maybe that's just kind of something that you guys can consider. When accessory wasn't the top priority purchase in the recent few weeks, now I feel like it could be a much higher priority in terms of what to do with your black pearls. Just putting out that information out there. So yeah, that's it for the patch notes. We're gonna go to, as we always do, we're going to go with our golden soup giveaway now. I'm very sad once again that Tim is not here to do this with me, but the golden soup giveaway will be on today, just as ever, and I will be asking out a question, and if you guys give a good suggestion to it, then I will give out a reward depending on how good it is. If it's really good, as in just like plain old good, I'll just give out some ancient gold coins. But if it's like if it's good, but it's like weird type of good, it's soupy. That's the adjective that we like to use. If it's soupy good, then we'll give out some special chicken soups for your answer. So depending on what type of reward that you want, be sure to write it with that category in mind. And yeah, let's go to the question for today's golden soup giveaway. Let's see. So, as you guys probably were crashed by the waves from the announcement that you got with the accessory enchantment. Like, people are just like blown away. It's like, oh, that's such a big announcement. There was a much bigger announcement that I revealed in the first part of the patch notes, and that had to deal with the black rose and the red rose, all the rose shenanigans. It was the official announcement of Dark Knight coming to Black Desert Mobile soon. And now that's been revealed, my question is, please don't answer the question as soon as I blurt out the question. Please allow me to elaborate on it a little bit further so that you guys can get the full idea of the story. The question is, now that the Dark Knight, now that the Dark Knight has officially been announced, which class would you want to see next, and why? Just by answering, just blurting out a class name will not get you a reward. Give me a class that you guys want to see, and the reason why. The reason is the most important. Like, you guys can blurt out any answer you want, but the most important thing is why you would want a certain class over others to be the next class to be revealed. All right, let me read the chat now. Hold on. Oh God, I'm falling behind the chat. Hold on, let me get back. Joel, I want to see the Shy. She is cute and a support character that is very useful for Siege War. Okay, that's a good reason. You guys think of roles a lot in terms of, I don't know how Shy is going to make its way into global anytime soon, but you do want to see Shy for that specific reason because she is natively a support character, and you're very right about that. It's not so much of a support character in the Black Desert Mobile where we saw it in Korea, so I don't know how it's going to be implemented, but Definitus on Twitch, I saw your answer. I saw your answer being put out, so I'll give you some ancient gold coins for your answer, so DM us on Twitch with your details, and if you don't know what to put out, just do exclamation event, and we will send out some ancient gold coin for you after the stream is over. Let's see. What do we want? We're getting a lot of striker because we need more male classes in the game, but I think there's a better reason. Like, if it was to be any male character, right? If it was to be any male class, why specifically striker? That's kind of the reason that you guys can give. Just saying we want striker because we need more male classes, that doesn't make a lot of sense because there are other male classes out there as well. So why do you guys what do you guys want, and why do you guys want that? Let's see. No, it's not about the Black Desert Online. This is Black Desert Mobile global version. So we have the warrior, the Valkyrie, the giant, the witch, and the ranger, and we announced the sorceress, and we released it, and now we announced the Dark Knight as official as it can be. What's our eighth one? What should it be, and why is the big question. All right. Okay. Ellie on Twitch said ninja to introduce stealth concept, the concept of stealth to the game. That's a pretty good point. I'll give you some golden soups. Not golden soups. I keep saying golden soups. That's what the giveaway is called. But I'll give away some special chicken soups for that. Very nice. Ellie on Twitch. Give us a DM with your information on it, and we'll send out the reward your way. Okay. Musa for equipment availability so that I won't be buying a lot of weapons and offhands for specific characters. Like that will eventually come with time, but I don't think that should be the only reason. you guys would want a specific class over the other. Good reason. Like any reason just doesn't cut it. You guys have to give me a good reason. Okay, let's see. It's hard to find really good reasons. Oh, I want Meiwa to be introduced to the game so that I can do melee and range without having to rely on magic. Also, the outfits would be better than the sorcerers. Good opinions right there, Conical Phillips 76. That's the rewarding answer. I'll give you some ancient gold coins for that one, so DM us with your information. Very good reason for why you want a Meiwa. I really like Meiwa as well. I really want to see Meiwa be implemented in mobile, but of course I get no say in what I want. But hopefully Meiwa comes soon too. Let's see what answers we got. Tamer. So at least some range or semi-range character that may rival and some diversity in playstyle, having a pet joining the fight. Very good reason. RV Dino on YouTube. RV Dino on YouTube. Just do exclamation event and you'll see that it prompts you to send me a DM on Discord with your information, and we'll give you some special chicken soups for that one. I'm just trying to kind of go in order. What else do we got? Who can we give the rewards to? Giving out 4 so far. Let's see. No, it's not saying. I'm not saying the shy isn't on the table, but just like any class that you guys want. But as to why you want it, that's kind of the most important thing, because we want to see, what the people want, but at the same time, the reason for it is always the most important thing. All right, so let's see. Striker, because his tornado kick is awesome in PvP, and because his skills and playstyle is different between the others, since he is a melee but also a long range type. All right, Princess Homeboy, you get a reward for that one. I'll give you some chicken soups for that one. DM us with your information, and we'll get some chicken soups that way. All right, let's get a couple more questions. All right, Mystic for her awesome combo she can do, and she looks awesome as well. That's a reason, but I don't think it gets a reward. We need a very convincing reason for that. Just a little bit more. Okay. Oh, I would like to see the Mystic class. Mystic is an agile martial artist who wears gauntlets. And did you just get this off like the description of like whatever? She takes physical hand-to-hand combat. Like, this is literally the description, the in-game description or something. Goodness. Something that's original, please. A reason that's original. Let's see. Shina May Valiente on YouTube says, I want the Joel class so I can have an entertaining character to lift my camp spirit up. What? No, you can't make a Joel class just for entertainment purposes. But I guess I'll give a reward for that. That was a funny reason. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know that that's not gonna happen. But yeah, gave me a good laugh. Okay, Saina May Valiente on YouTube. You can send me a DM on Discord, and we'll give out some chicken soups for that one. That was a very chicken soupy answer. Let's see, what else do we get? Just a couple more, 3 more reasons, and I'll ask another question just to get like a plain old response of what class you want without reasoning. You don't have to tell us the reason, but just a couple more for the reasoning aspects, then we'll see what everybody wants in general. Alright. Lan or Shy, because a lot of their skills are AoE, and it is interesting because both of them already have Ascension class in KR version. Yeah, that's pretty cool, but I don't think it's reward worthy. Good explanation needed. Let's see. Musa, it's because he plays like the warrior class, but better animation and cooler skills. Yeah, I agree, but no reward. I gotta give some really good reasons for it. Like, I keep mentioning this every week, but like, if you type in your answer and it was really good, but like, it didn't get selected, 99% of the time, I just missed it. Because like, I have, kind of hard to believe, I have very just two human eyes that's reading through a whole script of text that's going down through chat. So if I happen to miss your answers, just retype them and most likely it might get seen again. Just a couple of tips. So you don't have to always come up with new answers all the time. Let's see. Oh, Roman says, Brenyo, you're just using this again. You're not gonna give a reward because you're just kind of recycling this concept. But striker, to make us feel more stronger and masculine and male character than for men players. Thanks for the soup. No, Roman Suspenio, it was a good answer, but just because you kind of cheated by using very specific words to get my interest, you do not get a reward this week. Maybe try again next week. All right, let's see. Joel, I want to see the Mystic because the playstyle will be very good for Node Wars and GVG. I guess that means for PvPs. The idea of skill grouping, grouping people up in one spot makes coordination important in Node Wars. Very good answer. I like your answer, Raquel Perez. Raquel Perez on YouTube. You can send me a DM on Discord with your information, and I'll send some ancient gold coins that way. All right. Oh, let's see. Dennis, what you got? It would be good to have a new class that is currently not existing, like a priest, where it does full support, heal, and revive, because not everyone is good at fighting. It's tough because, like, and as you guys know, Black Desert Mobile is intended to be played as solo, so having a full-on support class like the priest that you were describing, I don't know how playable it will be, like in an environment like Black Desert Mobile, but it is a cool idea. I'll give you some ancient gold coins for that one. I did mention your name, I believe, right? Oh, don't tell me I skipped it. But yes, I did mention it once already. I did mention it once already on Twitch. So you know who you are when you mentioned the priest. It was a very unique concept. So send me a DM that way, and I will verify that by looking through the VODs again, just to make sure I said the same name. Let's see. No, but like it would be nice if your answers were not just like completely imaginative. Although I love imaginative answers, creative answers are always my niche. But this time around, out of the classes that kind of exist in the Black Desert Mobile spectrum, you guys know what I'm talking about, from different different regions that is being supported at the moment. Let's see. All right. So, let's see. Can we? I don't know. Like I can't pick any answers. Let's get two more answers. I'll give out rewards for two more answers now. Ooh, what do we got? Samurai because Paul Champ. Ryan rolls. That was funny. Two more rewards. What do we got? Golden Soup already starts out with the potential reward that he's about to get. Warner Chu says, I want the Wizard, Archer, and Guardian to give a counterpart in gender-locked classes as counterparts of Ranger, Mage, and Giant. Well, of course it's a Witch, but since Warrior has Valkyrie, gender equality. All right, that's fair enough. That would be a good reason to have those specific classes that you mentioned. Archer would be pretty cool too. Yeah, I played a Huntress, and having another range class would be nice. But Warner Chu, you do get a Golden Soup. You already mentioned it yourself. Send me a DM on Discord since you're on YouTube, and I'll get some Golden Soup. get some special chicken soup your way. One more answer. Let's get some good answer going. I'll drink my water while I'm reading. All right, what do we got? Musa, unique resource management so it's not pure spammy like all others. Have to think and difficult to master. That's a good answer. I think that's gonna go to the last reward. Ancient gold coins for you. Glow warm on Twitch. Glow warm on Twitch. DM us our channel with with your information. And once again, if you don't know which information to put down, just do exclamation event. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, you can do exclamation event, and you will be able to see the information that needs to be provided for us to provide you with the rewards in exchange. But yeah, thank you guys once again for participating in the ancient. What am I saying? Ancient golden suit giveaway. I'm doing a lot of talking today. Like, you guys realize that I'm all alone here? I've been talking for like nearly 2 hours, just like all by myself. Goodness, like not having Tim makes the stream tough. Jeez. Yeah. So if you've been selected, I already mentioned out your names. Be sure to send. If you're on Twitch, make sure to send us a DM on our channel with the following information. With the region name, with the server name, and with the family name. Those 3 information. Send that over to us on our channel, and then we'll give out the rewards in that way within a few days. And also, if you're on YouTube, we don't have a DM feature on YouTube, unfortunately. So you have to DM me personally on Discord. Find us on Discord and have your YouTube authorized. What I mean by that is just that you can do a connect feature where you can connect different social platforms onto your Discord account, and so you can do that with your YouTube account as well. So connect your YouTube account to your Discord account, then send me a DM with that same 3 bits of information, and we'll send out the reward that way. All right. Well, Romel Sospreno, thanks, Sir Joel, for the stream. You're the best. Hey, I didn't give you a reward this week, but you're still being nice. Thank you very much. Let's see. I guess that's it. So it's almost time to wrap up today's stream. I guess it wasn't as long as it always is because I have to fill all the audio today. Like, we started at 5 p.m. KST, then now it's like 7:11. Oh, 7:11. Jeez. Yeah, now it's 7:11, so we're getting very close to that 7:30 mark. But I still ran 12 minutes past the prepared 7:30 closing time. So hopefully you guys found it informative, that it's even with myself, the only one here today. Just close the laptop. Yeah, even with myself being the only one here today to provide you with as much information as I can. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, and just a reminder that today's maintenance is expected to run for 5 hours. And that means you have a lot more waiting to do, even though this stream is over. Probably have to wait for as much time as you've watched the stream. Probably have to spend the same amount of time doing something else. And then probably the maintenance will be over by then. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for today. I guess there's not much else for me to say. Lonely Joel time to party, no pants. Why would I have no pants? Like, I have pants on. But yes, it's a little bit lonely not having Tim around, so hopefully he comes back next week and keeps all of us company. Daddy Tim, he provides a big presence in the stream. I realized that even more today by not having him around today. So wishing Tim gets better soon. And just another clarification that he doesn't have a very specific virus that you guys are pretty much worried about, but he only has the common cold, and I think he'll be all right after a few days of rest. Okay, so I guess that's it. There's not much else for me to say. It's just another reminder that we do have the new feature of being able to install Black Desert Mobile and all the associated patches on an SD card, on an external, any type of external storage on your mobile device. So that's an option that wasn't previously available, but now it is now available after this maintenance is over. So just kind of back to the Game Boy days, the good old days where you can just remove your pack, put it somewhere else, and still plays the same game. Goodness, in 2020, yeah. So that's how it's going to be working out. And Mochamed Faisal, you're saying Papa Joe, pretty please. What do you mean? What did you want? I think I missed your comment. But if you got nothing, if you guys got nothing else too much to say, yes, thank you for saying get well soon, GM Tim. He's not a GM, he's a localizer, but but yes, get well Tim is always appreciated. Yeah, so Tim, just a quick bit of information. To be a localizer for Black Desert Mobile, you have to be fluent in English and Korean. So with Tim being a localizer for the English part of things, that means he speaks great English, as we always know, but he also speaks great Korean. Very impressive. Yeah. So that's, I guess, the little bit of TMI that wasn't really necessary, but just for you guys to know that how Tim was working so hard, and he's sick, and he needs to get better, and we all wish him better. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much once again for watching this stream and sticking around, just watching like me, or if you're just like having the audio on, if you're just like in bed, just like kind of listening to this as a radio thing. Yeah, sticking around with just like having me like speaking the whole entirety of this 2 hours, like just blabbering all over the place. But I was hoping to be a little bit informative even with Tim not being around, and hopefully I did a little bit of justice. But yeah, still with pretty close to 900 people on Twitch. Very, very gratifying thing. Thank you very much, everyone, and all those 500 people on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching this stream once again. Episode 16 of Velia Inn just flew by in a breeze, but that means that episode 17 should be coming very, very soon. And oh, this is a very important announcement. Episode 17, the episode right after this, is going to be coming in a few days later, and it's going to feature our LAO participants again. So our members from LAO will be running the stream in a few days, and that's going to cater to more for the American viewers, whether you're in North America, South America. The time zone of when that stream will be live should be a lot more friendly in terms of your bedtime schedule. And that means that you guys can join in, have fun with the other gang of people. It should be really fun to have. But yeah, that's going to do it with myself and just myself. I guess you guys can say bye to the chair. I mean, he kind of worked hard through this entire stream. Like he just like kept his presence, and just like he just had to make sure I was like stabilized through the whole thing. But yes, thank you, chair, and you guys can say bye to the chair. Yeah, thanks, chair. You did great. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Hope to see you guys next week for another maintenance stream that will be happening just like any other week. Hope you guys enjoy a lot of the good stuff that's coming after the maintenance, and hope you guys get very, very excited, including myself. I'm also very excited about this, but very excited about the Dark Knight that will be coming soon. And how soon it is, you guys have to find out. And there's a lot of exciting things to look forward to in the world of Black Desert Mobile. I think you guys can have a lot of reasons to do that, and that will be more of the reason for me to say thank you for joining me today in today's stream. And hopefully you guys have a safe. It's very important to be safe. It's very important to be healthy and maintain good health for everyone. Stay healthy, stay safe, and have a lot of fun. And I will see you guys along with Tim, hopefully, next week for another episode of Velia Inn. So until then, so long.